Hi, and welcome to the road trip on ITV Winnipeg. I'm Kelly Taylor, and I'm here with Michael Clark. And you might wonder why we're under the hood of this Acura TSX. And that's because that's where the big news is this year.
Well, I'm telling you, this griddle plate up front, it's definitely got some sizzle going on to it now, because the one thing we've always liked about the TSX is its robust handling. It definitely has always felt like a vehicle that didn't have a front drive configuration. But what have we always been kind of complaining about?
Power.
Power. It definitely needed more than that 2.4 liter four-cylinder was able to offer. But now, 3.5 liters of V6, 280 horsepower, 252 foot-pounds of torque. It has transformed the TSX, but what I really like is that Acura has decided not to shout about it too loudly. This is a bona fide sleeper.
Well, Mike, one of the things I noticed about this is that even though they've gone from an inline 4 to a V6, it doesn't feel shoehorned in like you'd expect.
Well, isn't it nice to finally see an engine that's not being hidden by some wonderful plastic cover? I mean, it's not too often that we get to see an engine in the flesh, because this particular 3.5 liter as well has a coil-on plug ignition system. So the nice thing about it is that in a lot of cases you won't be able to access them from the rear, but that's really not the case here. There's good accessibility. You've got the strut tower brace as well. And you know, once you get some of these panels out of the way, you should have reasonable access to the serpentine belt drive assembly. So for the long haul, and of course because it's got that legendary Honda Acura reliability, shouldn't be giving you a lot of issues.
Well, you know, Mike, one thing I really like is the fact that you can't tell the power that's under this hood.
Exactly. I mean, the only thing that's really here on the car that even gives it away is the V6 emblem. And I gotta tell you, one of the first things I'd be doing is getting out the hairdryer and taking it off to surprise people.
Shaved.
But you know, the other thing here is, let's take a look in the trunk. I mean, you can have all your cake and put it in the trunk too, because take a look at the way that they've actually done the configuration inside. They pushed out the panels as far as they could go.
The J-hooks don't get in the way?
You've also got the releases here for the seat backs. And the one thing that I really like is a simple thing that not too many manufacturers twig upon, and that's when you need to get to the spare tire, you've got this floor piece. Well, Hondas and Acuras have been famous for using this type of hook system here to hold it out of the way so you can access the tools, which are in an anti-rattle styrofoam biscuit.
Keeps them nice and tidy. They don't rattle about.
Even though we're not dealing with much of a deck lid here, what I do like about this particular trunk setup, Kelly, is that the height. So take a look at your load floor bases here and take a look at the height here. You're still going to be able to get quite a bit of good sized cargo into the back of this Acura. Now, once you've got these back seats down, the one thing you're going to notice is that the opening that leads in from the trunk, because of the suspension design, has been compromised somewhat. So you're not going to be able to get a lot of big stuff through here. The good thing is that the seat backs don't achieve that ski jump thing that we just plain don't like at the road trip.
Inside the TSX, you'll find a very tidy, very techno interior.
Well, and it's pretty much what we've come to expect from Acura, and certainly a lot of design elements that we saw recently on the ZDX are here. Now, it doesn't have that Darth Vader style dashboard that we liked, but the nice thing about it is that with the central control, you are able to access all elements of the mapping systems for the navigation, the audio system, as well as pertinent vehicle information. Now, this has, of course, the 6-disc CD changer and dual climate zone for the front. Now, again, I still am having issues with what Acura does with their steering wheels. These are getting a little too busy.
There's more controls on that steering wheel than there was on Apollo 12.
That would be a fair assumption. But the other thing too that I do like, and I think this is something that Acura is going to keep as part of their design language, instead of going with the manual gate for the 5-speed automatic. They've kept the fun up here with the paddles. And I have to say that these paddles, out of some of the ones that we've seen, they're very robust, good actuation on them, and the delay between shifts, well, pretty much non-existent.
Well, that's our take on the 2010 Acura TSX. I think this is one heck of a car.
You know, it's got the right elements of luxury that you need to have the Acura nameplate without being pretentious. Plus also too, it's got some really great Euro touches, like take a look at the exterior turn signal markers, and inside, fit and finish, spot on.
Starts at about 33 for the 4-cylinder with the manual transmission.
That's right, and of course the manual transmission is only available with the 4-cylinder engines. The V6, the 3.5, starts at just under 40, and just under 43 completely taps it out with the tech package. Now remember, that's a 5-speed automatic with the paddles, but some of the most fun paddles that you're ever going to be flipping.
And this thing launches like a space shuttle.
Kelly, this is the quintessential sleeper. I mean, I'm also expecting to see SS bulges on the hood and such, but they've kept it so clean. They've kept it so much like the 4-cylinder model. This thing is going to surprise people, and especially for the money, for around $40,000, you definitely want to be sneaking along in something like this.
Well, the 2010 Acura TSX is so much fun that if you're shopping anywhere near this segment, you need to take a look at it.
And it's still got those great elements of practicality that we love from the Acura/Honda camp.
It's going to be reliable, it's going to be fun to drive, you're going to like it.
And I gotta tell you, you might even want to take this puppy to the drag strip.
So that's all from us today. Thanks for coming on the road trip. I'm Kelly Taylor.
And I'm Michael Clark. Tune in to the road trip every week on itvwinnipeg.com.
And don't forget to tune us in Saturday mornings, 10:30 to noon on CJOB 68.
Keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down.